The hell are you?
I don't think they've ever seen a white person before.
Trust me, that is not the problem.
I'm looking to join the Crenshaw Kings.
Are you?
He just wants you to protect him while he's on the inside.
Mister, I'm too good for the hood. I bounce your ass up off this front porch sideways.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand a word you said.
We have a movie here tonight that I'm sure is going to bring all the races and lifestyles together. I can't even say that with a straight face right now. But you know what? I heard Martin in there laughing. But you can never tell how Martin feels about something. And you know what? I might be full of shit, too. The movie that I'm talking about, you never know. You know, I might be pulling all this out right now just to fool you. And at the end of the movie, I'll say, better than sex. Might love it. The movie I'm talking about is Get Hard. And that's with Kevin Hart. You know, we're getting that big team up that we always wanted. Yeah. You know, everybody talking about.
Did we always want that?
Man, people talking about, you know, I actually heard somebody saying, man, I'm all right with that Superman versus Batman, but when we gonna get Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell, man, together in one film?
It's the comedic equivalent of Superman.
The comedy super group, comedy super team.
Oh, yeah.
And, well, your dreams have come true, or maybe some of your worst nightmares. But we do have Get Hard for you right here. Now, you've seen the trailer out there. You know what this is probably about. But for those who don't, I'm going to tell you again. So Will Ferrell, he plays an investment banker, business tycoon type guy, got millions of dollars, and he gets caught up in fraud. He really didn't do it, but, you know, the people are hating these rich guys today, the 1%, that the court said, you know what, fuck you, Will Ferrell, you going to San Quentin. The only person that Will Ferrell knows can help him is the little black man that washes his car, played by yours truly, Kevin Hart. Now, he says, because of his racism and his prejudice, he thinks that Kevin Hart, of course, you're black, of course you've been to jail. And may I have your experience? Can I hire you for your experience to teach me how to survive the harshness of San Quentin and also help me not get ass raped? Because as this movie would tell you over and over and over again, in case you didn't know, that's what happens in prison. You get raped over and over again. Now, what you
Until you die.
I'm like, man, this is serious. You over there laughing. You get raped. You know, yeah, raped. This ain't funny, Tommy. Serious, man.
Oh, okay. Let me put my straight face on.
Frame you and send you to jail. See how you like it. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that.
Why you going to wish that evil on
me? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I don't wish this on anybody, man. And you know something? I'm going to tell you something about this movie. Now, I'm going to tell you, Martin doesn't know how I feel about this. I don't know how Martin feels about this. I actually had to leave early from the film because I had to come do the show that night. And no, I wasn't falling off on my job, man. I really did have to leave early.
Whatever.
Man,
you're in the middle of the movie going, oh. And then that point you like, fuck this, I'm out of here.
Man, that was my heartburn. I was me called, Martin, come on.
Tums.
Yeah, I didn't have no Tums with me, man. Come on, Martin. You know, come on, man. Have a little sympathy on a brother who's suffering. You don't suffer this.
So you count this as a movie that you walked out on?
I didn't say he walked out on.
No,
Okay.
no. I left about 5 minutes before the movie ended. And I had to get here. No, I stick to my job, no matter how much I dislike somebody else. Know what I'm saying here? Now,
why are you keeping this ruse up? We're already in the
you know,
review.
man. You don't know. You don't know. I might actually like this because I tell you something. This movie does start out pretty strong, and it starts out it makes a message right from the beginning about people and their race relations by stereotyping. As I told you, with Will Ferrell looking at Kevin Hart and saying, well, all black men go to jail, at least, you know, most of them statistically.
I venture you've heard that I'm going to prison.
Yeah, no, we all did. I just didn't want to bring it up first, that's all. Come on, they're probably sending you some club-fed prison to be playing tennis and golf, you know.
I'm going to be attending San Quentin.
They're sending you to San Quentin?
God damn.
Oh. Hey, I don't wish that on my worst enemy.
I know.
You talking about bad, that's bad.
You should know, I'm sorry to remind you.
What are you talking about?
Well, the fact that you went to prison.
How do you know I went to prison?
It's really quite simple. Statistical analysis is what I do. Here's the deal. 1 out of 3 black men will find themselves incarcerated during their lifetime.
You know what? Let me give you my statistical analysis. You going to San Quentin? There's a 100% chance that you're going to be somebody's bitch.
I like the way his criticism made him turn into a stereotype. He got black on his ass right then.
Yeah, you would in that situation.
Oh yeah, you would. You would. I'd knock the shit out this motherfucker. You know, that's what he's about to do. He said,
Jump up and
yeah, I might have to get on a stool and a couple of phone books to slap the shit out of you, but I will do it.
one of those mini trampolines.
You know, and you think that this is a movie where they're going to be saying, all right, man, this is really going to point out how not only white people stereotype black people, but maybe the other way around. And so I was sitting up here and I was ready to give this movie the benefit of the doubt on that. But no, this movie actually uses stereotypes for humor. I'm talking about flat, offensive, unfunny, not clever at all stereotypes, not to even make a point about race, but as I said, to point out to you that in prison, you get raped. There's one, I don't want to get raped, I don't want a dick joke every fucking 10 minutes in the middle of this movie.
Hey, listen up, everyone. I'm extremely sad. Please don't sexually assault me. I'm already too sad.
That's the light part of that. Damn. That ain't a rape face. I don't know what I mean, I'm gonna make one rape joke, and that's the face he's gonna make when he get in there. But I tell you something, man. That's what they do over and over again. Oh, you know, funny how a dick make you not want to get raped in prison. Oh man, I gotta show you how to keep a dick out your mouth. Oh, let's go and teach you how to suck a dick now, and just assume that if we go around a bunch of gay people, at any time of the day, they go to the bathroom and just suck each other's dicks. There's no satire here at all. There's none. This is nothing but using one stereotype after another to make one lame joke after another. There's nothing clever about this at all for me.
So it's pretty much closer to that first trailer than the second trailer. Remember that first trailer, we were like, oh, god damn, this looks awful.
Actually, Tommy?
Yeah.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Okay.
This is one of those movies where, I only came in on that second trailer and saw the potential and saw bits that were funny. And it started out in a way like, all right, this is going to be fun. And the longer it went on, the more it was like, no, it's more that first trailer. It's like when you saw the trailer and you imagined what the worst scenario was and the best, it was closer to the worst. I would say, like, I can't argue against anything Corey's saying, because you're right. It's that like, oh, you're gonna get raped in prison joke. That's funny at a time, because that's the premise.
Yeah.
But it plays out over the course of a little over an hour and a half, wasn't it? It was longer than that.
Yeah,
right?
it's a 2-hour film, man.
Yeah, it's a 2-hour film.
And that's 2 hours of don't want to get raped.
Oh.
I mean, that's the biggest problem of it, because so Will Ferrell and Adam McKay, they do a lot of projects together. And like Eastbound and Down, HBO series they did, I love that show. And I could see how this is similar to that, but Eastbound and Down would be 30 minutes. It would get in the crude humor and everything you needed. Yeah. And it was just the right amount of time, and you got out. But here they had so much time to kill, so it's like an episode of that stretched out over the 2 hours where they don't really have enough fresh material to cover it. Now, the only thing I will say is that I didn't have the excruciating experience you did, because they kept managing ever so often to throw in a joke that I wasn't just chuckling at, I thought was genuinely funny. But it never had a comedy flow. Like a lot of times with a movie, say The Wedding Ringer, but that started out like, I don't know about this. But then it had a good joke and another one, and you started liking the characters, and it had a flow. So even when something was bad, you're like, that's all right, something good is coming. This didn't have that. It didn't have that where you were like, okay, I'm starting to like these guys, and following one good joke after the next. It'd be like, that good joke happened, a lot of lame stuff. Oh, okay, that was funny. Back again.
And don't get me wrong, Kevin Hart is funny. This movie kind of goes off the strength of Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell, and even then, after a while, it gets right down to what they do all the time. It gets right down to, like, I'm a short black guy, and I'm a big, corny, socially retarded white guy. I mean, but I did laugh hard. Now, you heard me. I'm being fair here. I mean, how can you not laugh hard when you see Kevin Hart get the shit slapped out of him?
Bitch, don't walk away from me. What the hell did you say? Bro, stop.
Because you can picture that shit for real.
Yeah.
Like, if Kevin Hart was in a fight with your sister, it'd be just like that. Get off me, bitch, get off me, please.
That is one of those scenes that, like, seen in the trailer 100 times, and still when it plays in the movie, it's still very funny.
Yeah, it's some funny shit in there. It really is, which makes it more. Which that makes it hurt more seeing that these two guys in here now, money wise, they don't give a fuck. They'll get paid. But as far as being funny, no. I mean, these guys to me are wasting their fucking time,
this
man.
movie, it's so much more Will Ferrell's movie than it is Kevin Hart's. Like I know people are going like, oh, great, another Kevin Hart movie where he's loud and acting silly. He's much more the straight man than anything else in this movie.
And you know what? That's true. And I see Kevin Hart doing that more and more these days, where he's playing kind of the straight man to somebody.
Yeah.
You know, he's not. And Kevin Hart, to his credit, he's not playing a stereotype here.
Yeah,
in the movie, like I said, he owns a business. He is he's trying to actually pay for a house. He's trying to do good by his daughter. So you know they're trying their best to not make him a stereotype. But the people around him, like when he goes, T.I.'s in the movie. When he goes to see T.I.'s cousin,
Oh, shit.
all the guys there, they're all, they all talk about, yeah, man, we murdering people, we from the hood, the Crenshaw Kings and shit. We too dumb to know numbers and shit. That's why we gotta shoot people. And it's like, man, you can't have this shit both ways.
You know what this movie reminded me of? Just from the trailer, rather.
What, a pile of shit?
Malibu's Most Wanted. You remember that movie?
Yeah, I remember.
Is it kind of
No,
not that bad.
no.
Okay,
No.
that shit was.
Well, just not the same thing.
Okay.
No,
Not in the same way.
No,
Okay, I got
it's not the same thing. And when you look at this, it really is something where you have two guys and they have the potential to be a whole lot better. But the shit that they do in there, like I said, the people who get this the most, who get it the worst in this, and this actually made me feel uncomfortable. It's the gay people in the movie. It's they like I said, I've seen 2 movies in the span of 3 weeks where they pretty much tell you, like I said, if you got more than 10 gay people in a room, they will go to the bathroom and they will fuck each other. And there's a part in the movie where Kevin Hart takes Will Ferrell to a place and said, you know what? All right, I give up on trying to make you hard. I just got to teach you to suck dick. Don't take him to some shady gay club. Don't take him to some truck stop somewhere. He takes this motherfucker. He takes him to a place where people in broad daylight are having brunch, and all you gotta do is go to the bathroom and just fucking wait, and then you get a dick in your face.
I got a plan.
Thank God.
You're gonna learn how to.
What?
When life throws you dick, you make dickade.
Dickade doesn't sound like a significant improvement over dick.
While true.
Yeah, exactly. Like shit like that kept happening. Like as much as I might want to go, like, man, I give up on. Okay, that was funny.
And see, that's one of those situations. You know what? I'm glad I had to leave early. I wouldn't have walked out, but I was glad.
Totally admitted it.
I wouldn't have walked out, but it was that situation where Martin and I are sitting together, and the more exasperated and angry I get with this movie, the more Martin like the. I see them fucking shoulders. He's doing that Bonnie rubber left, and it just pisses me the fuck off, man. I can't. Not the personal, brother.
Oh.
I'm not holding against you, but I can't stand that shit, man.
Hey man,
just do it,
I ain't
Martin.
there to be some Justice White Knight. I'm there to.
Well, you should
take in this movie for what it is, and I can see where it was offensive and told its same goddamn joke over and over. Yes, we take male rape lightly. Actually, we should not. It's actually kind of a fucked up thing.
It is a fucked up thing.
This movie makes a big joke about it over and over and over again. That's the point. You're like, wow, I don't even feel like laughing about that no more. Somebody needs to do something about this.
Like, I get it.
Is this an issue?
Yeah, I get it. You go to prison, you get raped. Thanks, Get Hard. I wouldn't have known that if it weren't for you. Jesus fucking Christ,
Let's
man.
beat that into your heads,
Let
apparently.
me put this candy bar back that I was going to steal because I might have gone to jail and got raped. Fuck this movie, man. They can't even do it. And it gets to the point where some shit you could let slide because it's all of it's dumb humor. But then once the movie presents itself as lazy,
Yeah.
then everything is fucking lazy to you. They even insult wounds in this movie. This motherfucker right here got a knife sticking out of his head. You see that gash?
I see that. That's
yeah,
significant.
it's in his brain. The way
That
it's
shit
almost
is
like he's
in
having a
there.
stroke.
It's in his brain. The motherfucker can't even talk.
Answer the question. Am I eye pushing?
It look fine. You don't, it's
You
fine.
look fine?
You're fine, man. You
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong. Let's play a memory game, okay? Engage.
Yes.
What? Give me 12 months.
Months. 1, 2,
No.
4. Summer. Christmas.
Come on.
Baked potato.
He it's in his frontal lobe to where he's actually getting Alzheimer's and shit right now.
Yeah.
He's fucked. But they don't even go to a hospital.
Come on, dude.
Man,
No, they put like a
Tommy, wait, hold on. I got something else right there. Tommy, brother, hear me on this.
Yeah.
They don't take him to a hospital. I mean, they trying to pull this shit out and everything. Look at this. They pulling this
What the
shit.
fuck is that?
That requires surgery right there.
That's gonna leave permanent damage.
But Tommy, oh no, he doesn't go to a hospital or the emergency room. What does he do? He takes him home. Kevin Hart takes him home to his wife. After 5 minutes, she takes the knife out.
Let me guess, is she a nurse?
Cleans the wound. She's a nurse.
Okay.
Oh no, man, she's not a nurse. She's an expert surgeon. Brain surgeon, plastic surgeon, all that in one, because once she pulls that shit out your head that's lodged in your brain,
Yeah, deep from what I saw.
you come out with a little bitty Band-Aid on your head like that.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not lying.
Even for comedy. Even for a comedy. That's fucking ridiculous. Come on.
I mean, they
Come on now.
They couldn't even put like a Band-Aid on there. They put one
stitch or two?
no stitches.
butterfly.
One of those little white butterflies on his head.
Come on.
And that's not like 24 hours later. That's like 2 hours later. And you look at some shit like that and you say, you know what? Any other movie, I'd say, well, this is a comedy, whatever. But y'all too
even
too
for a
fucking lazy to
comedy.
even like have him have like stitches in his head for the rest of the film.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
At least have them fucked up for a day or two.
Fucked up for a day. That motherfucker went from I heard potato to thanks. I should feel better. No, fuck
Don't
you,
insult
man.
my fucking intelligence.
No.
Come on now.
Yeah. Don't insult my I'm not the one with a fucking knife in my head right now. Don't insult me.
Y'all are not selling me on this.
You seem like you do though. It's like it's this giant vein that's throbbing.
This movie's lodged in my fucking head like this right now. Shit, that's the way I was walking out of the movie. I can't believe I shouldn't do this bullshit. I gotta go, man.
See, you should have left halfway through the movie. They explained all that.
No, they didn't. They explained the goddamn thing, and you know it. In fact, I will even tell you that this movie, now let's take all the race and homophobia out of it. And it is homophobic in a way, and it was a really uncomfortable experience because Kevin Hart in the movie, he tries to have a gay friend, but even in the movie, when he's taking calls from his gay friend, it's like, yeah, my friend, but I'm not disgusting like you. You know, it's like, fuck off, man. And I was sitting in the theater full of black people. You know, black people are homophobic. So they're doing this whole thing where a guy pulls his dick out. Ha ha, funny. We showed a dick. And everybody in the theater like, oh my God, gay people. This is disgusting. Oh my God. And I was just like, God damn.
What theater did y'all see this at?
Highland.
Oh, that was going to be my first guess.
The black one?
Yeah, that was going to be my first
Well, I
guess.
think the black one is Pflugerville.
And before I'm just gonna say this one point, Martin. I'll let you continue right here. I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah.
But I gotta say this. There's some white people out there. You're looking at this and you're saying to yourself, you know, you're looking at all these stereotypes and this bad humor, and you don't know what to make of. You're just saying to yourself, well, you know, I guess that's how racial humor is supposed to be. As I say in my worst white stereotype right now, but I thought white people got it the worst.
That was the most interesting thing you told me when I asked you.
I'm not lying. I walked out of this and I said, man, if I was white, I'd be offended because Will Ferrell, he plays that white person who is so white that they are naive to the point of being socially retarded. Mm-hmm. Well, I trust that you know that I'm going to San Quentin this weekend. It's like, come on, man. That is the black. It is the equivalent of what white people do for black people. Like, yo, dog.
Yeah.
That's the black person's
like,
equivalent of making fun of white people.
Like that comedian that wears the oversized, colorful suits when they make fun of white people. It's like that impression.
It's that shit right there. Every black person that's on stage and wears purple leather, they do that impression of a white person right there. Yeah, you know, and this, I was like, man, you are the walking embodiment of a black person's impression of a white person. Like, fuck, man. Will you make me feel like a movie with black people? Because in this movie, every Mexican is a lawn worker or a house servant. Every black person's a thug except for Kevin Hart. Every homosexual wants to suck dick at noon in the middle of brunch. But out of all that, I was walking in there like, damn, y'all really got white people wrong in this. You know? I felt bad for Will Ferrell.
Nobody gets out alive.
No. And comedy is supposed to be that way. Comedy is supposed to tackle issues like that and be somewhat dangerous, be somewhat offensive, but have fucking something to say, because that's your only saving grace. This movie has nothing to say. Go ahead, Martin. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. I like I said, you're right about everything you say. I did get some laughs out of it. I can't deny that. I got some genuine good laughs, not enough to offset everything else. And you're absolutely right about the fact that it doesn't have a real point. I mean, everything it's got, it plays that hand 20 minutes in. So the rest is just kind of sitting out and watch them just kind of play these old jokes over and over. You know, you got Will Ferrell doing his ad-libbing as usual, where it's just kind of like, it's kind of tiresome. Could have been a much better movie had it been cut down to an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
No, it would not.
Really?
This needs a new script.
Well, I know Martin. Martin's, when it comes to comedies, your main thing is it funny? Does it make you laugh?
Yeah. Look,
and he said it made him laugh, and he's still just like, nah, it's still bullshit.
yeah. I mean, I
Getting
can't.
to weigh that shit out.
Yeah, I can't tell people. I can't recommend this to anybody. I mean, I look at it like, okay, it's kind of on the level of Ride Along, except. Okay, but it's a little bit funnier because Ride Along had nothing in it that was funny at all. This had stuff in it that was funny, but then this was offensive where Ride Along wasn't as well. I don't know. Fuck, I fucking hated Ride Along.
Ride Along was not good.
See, this is the kind of shit that gets me, man. Ride Along was not nearly as offensive as this film.
Really?
No.
I said that it wasn't. I said it wasn't as offensive.
I didn't hear that.
But this film was funnier. Hey man, something can be funny and offensive at the same time. They're not mutually exclusive.
I know you don't like me touching, but I need a hug right now. It's okay. Pop a nose shot.
Man, Emo, just go ahead and just twist his neck.
Yeah, right. Put him out of his misery.
I don't get this dude. I never get him. And then I'll be fine. You know, once we're done recording, I'm going to be like, Martin, that was a good show, man. I had a great time. But right now, I don't fucking understand you, man.
I think I'm saying it pretty clear.
I understand what he's saying.
I understand, too. It takes just one small element for this motherfucker to say something. He loves Kevin Hart. I know you do.
I like him.
You like him. You like him enough to let this kind of influence you on more of a favorable review for this. You know, Exodus. You were taken in by the special effects, regardless of all that bullshit that was
throw
in
that
there.
one in there?
I had to. I didn't want to play that hand, man.
Oh man,
I didn't want to play it. I don't know. Do you go to these movies just? Did you get laid before you go in and just influence you? Did you had a really good day?
I look at these movies and I go, what kind of movie is this attempting to be? Is it succeeding on that level?
And this succeeds on none. What level are you talking about? Basement level shit? I like these guys. I really like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is really trying to diversify his career as far as comedy goes. And you're not going to see many dramas or anything lately, or anytime soon. But, man, I'll wrap up because I don't know what else to say about this. While this movie might relish in the fact that it is offensive to everyone, it doesn't serve any purpose comedy-wise, message-wise, and it manages to offend everybody that is trying to use to prove a point. Like I said, you cannot have it both ways. You can't make bad stereotypes and make a movie that's trying to make a point about stereotypes too. I would give this a big fuck you if it weren't for Kevin Hart and that baboon right there. I love that baboon. Yeah, motherfucker. That baboon's trying to get at that movie right now. This is some bullshit. But where's Martin at? I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. I feel like that baboon right now. I want to come after you so bad like that baboon. But if it weren't for Kevin Hart and in some parts Will Ferrell, I would actually give this a big fuck you. But I'm gonna go ahead because of the small chuckles that I got. I'm giving this about the lowest piece of bullshit that I can, man. You can laugh all you want.
So it's a low some old bullshit.
It's a low as you can go. Some old bullshit.
You gotta lose your shit when I give something that.
Oh, that's pretty low.
You know what? I'm telling you right now. I'm warning you. Do not give this a matinee. I've never told you not to give anything, but in
Please
here,
don't
do this. Don't. You can do it to spite me. You want me to go baboon on your ass? You go right ahead. Don't you do it.
All right. Well, I'll how about if I give it a low rental?
Yeah, okay. I don't like it, but I expect that kind of shit out of you. So you go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I give it. I came in thinking I would give it a rental, but you bring up a lot of things that I wasn't really focusing on, and I'll give it a low rental. I mean, look, there's people who want to see the latest Kevin Hart movie. There's people who are dying to see this, and somebody came to me and said like, it looks funny. Is it? I'd be like, not enough to offset everything else you got to put up with to get there. And at points, it just gets so lazy. It's kind of like, can it just end? I was trying to look on this favorably. Like that scene with the baboon himself is funny, but everything else about that scene, I was like, man, this is so tired. You guys, you just don't have enough going on. You just trying. You're showing up every day. You have something of a script, but you're just Adam McKay and Will Ferrell are just doing their thing. And I'm like, guys, how about not wasting our time? I would love that. Just tighten this shit up. But if it was completely without merit, I'd love to be right there with you. Yeah. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't laugh in it. I did. It has its moments. I was told before I saw it, it was like, it's a Kevin Hart movie, but it has its moments. It's not really a Kevin Hart movie, but it does have its moments. And it has a lot of those moments.
One of those movies, man, where we just dress up a white person in funny urban and hip hop clothes. Look at that, man. Hey, Tommy, look at that. You don't even hear what he said, but look at the visual there. That's just funny, ain't it?
I see black people dress up like
what's
that all
going
the
on?
time.
You just think that funny, Tom. No, I'm not filibustering.
I thought I was giving my review, but you go ahead and have your conversation with Tommy.
Oh, Martin, you know what? You ain't down with the struggle, man. You know what? I'm gonna hang out with Tommy, okay? Tommy, you and I gonna hang out, and don't worry, Martin. You got somebody you can hang with too. Go hang out with racist Eisenberg. Y'all got a lot in common. Y'all both bald and hate black people. You ain't down, man.
Thomas, you and me and you gonna hang out. Yeah. We down. Let's go downtown and pick up some white girls.
Man, Tommy, tell him we do that to educate them.
We're trying to change the world.
We're trying to change the world. They're less scary than the racist.
One white girl at a time.
They're less scary than the racist bald white guys, man. The girls listen more, and they fuck better. All right.
And your whole thing about, like they act like every gay man wants to suck a dick in the middle of the day. You don't know if that's not true.
See,
you're not helping the case anymore.
He's
you
trying
had it won. You in the clear.
You trying to pull me into some shit. He's trying to put me in a spot where he's like, if I defend, then I'm gay. If I don't defend, then I'm a homophobe.
Yeah.
So which is it?
You know what? I'm secure my masculinity. No, gay people do not suck dick in the middle of the day. They usually do it from the hours of 10 to 3 a.m. If you go down to the corner of 12th and Congress over here, there's a gas station with a dumpster in the back. If you go there, you'll find a nice guy with a hole in the fence where he's sticking his dick through. How I know that, I don't know.
Please don't sexually assault me. I'm already too sad.